Truly, I don't even know how you're going to say that to me. Your morals are completely wrong.
The issue is whether or not to begin.
I think we should. I think we should.
And I'm still on the fence.
And how are you going to sit there and read that book about democracy? You know nothing about democracy, sir.
The issue is whether or not to begin without Dick.
I think we should. I think we should.
And I'm still on the fence.
This is it. Okay, this is May. We got a lot of ground to cover. I say we start sowing some seeds around here.
Without Dick?
Without Dick.
I don't buy that.
I really could go either way.
Maybe you care to share your objections to the group, Roy.
You know, I'd be glad to. We asked Dick to go down to Washington to meet with some people in high places, sound them out, bring back some important documents, and how could we possibly begin this meeting without Dick?
I like to think, Roy, I'd just like to think that in this country, in this so-called democracy, that we could move ahead without Dick or his documents.
Still on the fence.
I mean, what do you suppose we do, Roy? What do you suppose we do? Sit around eyeballing each other until Dick shows up?
I propose we cancel.
Cancel?
Oh my.
Until Dick returns.
Not me, Roy. I plan on getting the ball rolling.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Well, Eddie, you roll the ball whatever way you like to. I myself intend to do something a little more constructive with my time.
Hold it, pal.
Are you speaking to me, sir?
I got something here you might want to read.
And what, pray tell, is that?
It is a note that was handed down to me at our last meeting. Read it, Roy.
I'm not at your beck and call, young man.
I dare you to read it, Roy.
Here, perhaps I can help here. Perhaps I can grease the wheels of progress. Here, Roy.
Thank you, Bernard.
Read it, Roy.
I will read it in my own sweet time, thank you.
Notice how he's stalling.
I won't take sides in this, Eddie.
That's great.
I really won't.
Why don't you read it aloud, Roy?
Who wrote this?
A friend?
Some disgruntled troublemaker, some left-leaning liberal?
I like to think, Roy, that it was a good friend.
You and I may have very different definitions of the word good.
Why don't you just read it out loud, Roy?
I don't see why I have to sit here or stand here and take orders from a junior member of this panel. Do you, Verna?
Tell you what, I'll read it. May I have that note, please, Roy?
Well, it's simply a minor...
I'd like to read that note if I may, Roy.
Very well, Verna.
Thank you. Where are my glasses? Aha. Here they are. All right. Let's see what this says. Don't trust Dick.
See?
Some crackpot.
Don't trust Dick.
Some troublemaker.
You think so, Roy? You think so? What if I told you that there are rumblings about Dick from people in this room bad-mouthing Dick?
Rumblings? From whom?
I'm not gonna name names, Roy. Come on.
People have the right to rumble, Roy.
Well, very glad to know that there are happenings going on behind my back, Verna.
Don't trust Dick.
Oh, now stop that! We all heard what it says! Well, I don't think I'm going to sit here and listen to Dick being disparaged by a bunch of disgruntled troublemakers. No, sir. I've got better things to do with my time.
Actually, Roy, I also received a note after our last meeting. It was thrust into my lap by a woman.
By a woman.
Yes, I remember being quite taken aback by what it said.
Taken aback.
Yes, I found the note quite disturbing. But go on, Roy. Leave if you must. You shouldn't stay if you don't want to.
What did your note say, Verna?
Well, I'm not sure it's even germane to the discussion.
Let's read it and see.
All right, let's do that. Let's see, I know I put it in here somewhere. I distinctly remember thinking it might come in handy during the meeting, so when I switch purses, I know I put it in here right next to my car keys, and aha! Here it is. Now whom do I give it to?
Me!
I'll read it myself. Where did I put my glasses?
Right there.
Thank you, gentlemen. Here's what it says. Dick is a lousy lover. I'll read it again. Dick is a lousy lover. was somewhat taken aback.
I'm glad the sisterhood is finally speaking up, Verna.
Well, for Christ's sake!
Roy, I would not have you swearing.
But I mean, Jesus.
Roy. And I suspect it offends a number of people here.
Doesn't even have anything to do with the issues, Verna.
I already said I wasn't sure it was germane.
Okay, the letter's about Dick, isn't it?
It certainly is.
It's about Dick's relationship towards other people, isn't it?
It's about Dick's relationship towards women.
Then I think it's germane as hell, frankly. It shows that Dick has trouble relating to women.
That's a very good point, Eddie. Very sensitive to women's needs.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to sit around here while the mainstay of this meeting is made light of through a series of sly cracks and undocumented innuendos. No, sir, I've got better things to do with my time. And I suspect a number of other people here feel equally uncomfortable. If Dick were here to defend himself, well and good. But since he's not, since he's still down in Washington, where he is working for our betterment and the betterment of democracy everywhere, then I, for one, intend to go home and read a good book. And I invite you all to entertain the same notion.
Roy.
No, I'm sorry, good night.
No, Roy, I got one question for you, and then you can leave.
Ask away.
Roy? Did you receive any sudden or unexpected communications from Dick?
No.
You sure, Roy?
I'm sure.
Okay, Roy, you brought this upon yourself. You, Vern, and I were waiting off in the corner, while all of a sudden, you were approached by a delivery person from the Federal Express. He then put in your hands a strongly colored glossy envelope required for your immediate signature of receipt.
Spit it out, son.
You signed for that envelope, Roy. We proceeded off stage into a corner, read it furtively, gave a grim nod, crammed it in a briefcase, and returned to our offstage deliberations.
That's very well described, Eddie.
Was that letter from Dick?
It was not.
May I read the letter, Roy?
You may not.
May I read it, Roy?
Well, Verna, forgive me, and forgive me, Eddie, if I choose not to discuss my private mail in a public forum.
Yes, Eddie, we all have lives of our own.
Okay, I just think that make a number of us in this room feel a lot more comfortable if you just read the letter, Roy, or just give us a brief paraphrase of its contents.
Yes, Roy, I do think that would make life easier all around.
If you must know, Eddie, the letter was from Dick.
But I thought you said
No. Eddie asked if I had received a letter about Dick. I replied no, because I've received a letter from Dick about something else. I believe I was being more or less accurate in my response.
What did Dick's letter say, Roy?
Well, that I'm not going to share with the group.
Okay, Roy, may I read the letter? May I read the letter?
No, you may not. We've already been over this.
May I read it, Roy?
I've already said I'd prefer that you didn't, Verna.
Well, then that's it.
What?
The subject just closed, Eddie. Roy and I outvote you on this one. When it comes to matters of personal privacy, I stand foursquare with the strictest interpretation of the law. Dick wrote that letter to Roy, not to us, and we therefore have absolutely no right to learn of its contents unless Roy chooses to make them private, public, which he doesn't, for reasons which are his own business.
Thank you, Verna.
And now you should feel free to leave, Roy, and we should feel free that your private life will remain just that, private.
Thanks, Verna.
Dick's letter obviously makes some totally uncalled for remarks about Roy's personal hygiene.
It does not, Verna.
Well, then it probably makes some totally unnecessary insinuations about your tax returns, Roy.
Well, it doesn't do that either.
It must do something, Roy, otherwise he won't let us read it.
All right. There.
Today's date,
Postmarketed Washington, D.C.
handwritten.
Well, it looks like Dick's pinched ungenerous penmanship.
I'll read the letter. Dear Roy,
Try to abort the meeting.
affectionately, Dick.
Try to abort the meeting.
Affectionately, Dick?
Try to abort the meeting!
Affectionately, Dick?
But abort the meeting, my God!
I don't feel so bad about that.
Well, neither do I, frankly.
Abort the meeting! It means that Dick and Roy don't want this meeting to happen.
Oh, wow.
No, it means that Dick and Roy don't want any of these meetings to happen.
Oh,
Look.
No, they'd be perfectly happy if none of us ever met again.
Sit down.
No, look at the evidence here, pal. Think of what Roy has been doing all winter long. With his tabling, postponing, and subcommittees and points of order. Think of Dick and his fact-finding trips and his constantly increasing absentee record. What are these guys up to? I'll tell you what. They are systematically trying to undermine the group process.
Oh, God.
Look at these notes. What do they show us? Oh, my goodness. Affectionately, Dick. Did you and Dick have some sexual relationship? Roy?
We did not, Verna!
Just asking honestly. No need to get so huffy.
I don't care whether they are or not. That's not the point. The point is that there are many things wrong with this country. Many things radically wrong, and that Dick and Roy are systematically trying to prevent us from dealing with them.
Well, I can see I'm going to have to answer that.
It might be better if you did, Roy.
First, Verna, make a glass of water, please.
Oh, yes, Roy. You deserve one after being in the hot seat for so long.
Thank you, Verna. This is good water, Verna. Truly excellent water. Is this bottled water, Verna? Is it bottled?
It very well may be.
Oh,
I have no idea.
he's just trying to butter you up, Verna.
Yeah, this is great water. And thank you for it.
Thank you, Roy.
He's just trying to win your vote, Verna.
Merely commenting on the excellence of the water.
No. I can envision a time, Roy, when we can get sweet water straight from the tap. No, I can imagine a time, Roy, when our lakes and our reservoirs and our groundwater and our rivers would no longer be.
Hey! Sit down, please. Simmer down. Just... Now, Roy, I believe you had something to say to the group.
Yes. Well, Verna, I simply wanted to say that I, as much as anyone, believe that we should reap the benefits of the past even as we sow the seeds for the future. Yes, I see challenges ahead, but we must view them as opportunities. Yes, mistakes have been made, but we must learn from our errors and move forward with both firmness and flexibility, with one eye on yesterday and the other eye on tomorrow, bearing hope, freedom, and democracy into all four corners of the globe.
Globes don't have four corners, Roy. What's the figure of bull? Are you paying Dick?
Am I paying Dick?
Or is Dick paying you to distract us with all that bull?
Now wait a minute!
No. Are you both on the payroll?
I don't have to stand here and listen to this, Verna.
No, all right. Here's an idea. Why don't we call Dick up in Washington and telephone him and ask what's going on?
Just telephone him.
Exactly. Just call him up and say, "Hi, Dick. All of us up here are kind of wondering what the heck is going on."
You can't just call Dick, Verna,
Why can't you?
because he's a busy man and because he's preoccupied.
I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
No, if anyone's going to do the telephoning, I'd like to do it.
Give me Dick's number, Roy.
I'd like to do the telephoning, please, Verna.
Berta, hand me the letter there. Maybe his number's on that.
Eddie, I would not respond to people just hold out their hands and say, "Gimme."
Please give me the letter, Berta.
Don't give it to him, Verna.
But it's just right here.
You're respond to people with grab, Eddie.
Just give me the letter, Berta.
I said I'd like to do the telephoning, please.
Let Eddie do it.
What do I him?
Because he's younger.
What will he say?
I'll simply say, Roy, that Dick should get his little bottom back here to its meat. And know the reason's not.
No, not say that. You will simply say that a number of us are becoming quite concerned at the direction this country is heading in, and we'd appreciate it if he could come up here and explain to us his thoughts on the subject. That's all you will say, Eddie. And if you say anything else, I'm going to be very, very mad.
My own words, Berta.
That's what we're afraid of.
And I have a word or two I'm saving for you, Roy.
Just go, Eddie! Roy. That was calculated, Roy.
What?
That. Getting Eddie to call Washington? I thought that up. And I did it for a very specific purpose, Roy. I wanted to talk to you alone. That that is without Eddie. Roy.
I need a quarter for the pay.
Yes, all right. Eddie, I'll make you your quarter.
Kid hasn't even got a quarter.
Where is that quarter? I know.
Oh, I bet you got plenty of quarters, Roy.
Yes, Eddie, I've got plenty of quarters that I earned through good, hard work.
Robbing who, Roy? Who did you rob for? You don't even know the last time! How many quarters have you got off Dick, Roy?
You're never going to see that quarter again, Verna.
I can envision a time, Roy. I can envision a time when people all around the world can communicate back and forth freely and easy without having to enrich the coppers, the telephone company, Roy!
You communist, fuzzy-headed, pickle-liberal whip!
Roy! That is exactly what I want to talk to you about, Roy.
What?
There is something going on between you and Eddie.
What do you mean?
There is something extremely non-productive going on. I've sensed it, and I think everyone here has sensed it as well.
Yeah, the kid accused me of bribery.
It's merely a symptom, Roy. That is merely the culmination of something which has been going on all winter long.
To hell with it.
No, Roy, I won't accept that as a solution. I'm sorry, but we're not fooling around now.
He irritates me, Verna.
He's young, Roy. He's a mere babe. Now tolerate him.
I've tried. You know that? I've tried.
No, Roy, no, you have not tried. Not really. I mean, now look here, my friend. I'm in the middle here. I'm on the fence. My role is the role of too many women these days, namely to keep the peace. Well, that's what I've done all these long, dark, cold, gloomy winter months, Roy. They say that in Spain, to keep the bulls from fighting, they put cows in the pen. I guess it's just what I am, Roy. A cow! Moo!
Verna!
No, I am. And Dick? Well, maybe Dick is a steer, but it's no fun. Many's the times I've wanted to lock horns with all of you. Many's the time I've wanted to go into battle. There are women who do these days. There are cows who go into battle. But I didn't. I kept on trying to, well, pour milk on the troubled waters.
Oh, Verna, my dear friend.
But I can't do it much longer, Roy. I mean that. Look at my handshake. I'm getting torn apart by this tension. Last week, after winning the battles with Eddie, I went home and I had a good stiff drink. I drank alone, Roy.
Oh, Verna.
No, I'm not finished, Roy. Now, you know, and I know, and I think everybody here knows that there is something going on under the surface of these meetings. I don't know the name of it. I'm not sure I want to know. There's something under the surface of these meetings. We're beginning to poison them. They're coming up with a parody. And I won't have it, Roy! I simply won't have it! If the democratic experience is doomed to degenerate, then I want to get off the train!
Me too, Verna.
Almost finished, Roy. Now, all I'm asking you to do is make a special effort. I'm asking you to personally make a special effort. I'm asking you to fight whatever subterranean thing is tearing us all apart. When Eddie gets back into that room, I want you to treat him with warmth and affection so we can all join hands in this. There, Roy, I said my say. And now I'd be very interested in your response.
I'll try.
Oh, good, Roy. I knew you won't regret this.
Want to know what happened?
Sit down, Eddie.
No, I said, do you want to know what happened?
We only do Eddie if it's relevant. If it's irrelevant, if it's irritating, or could embarrass anyone in this room, then no. We do not want to hear what happened.
He put me on hold.
What?
He put me on hold! He put me on hold!
Eddie, do not tell my ears. They don't like it.
Dick put me on hold.
Well, maybe he was busy, Eddie.
He left me hanging on hold, Verna. Listen to music. This is the goddamn love thing of Dr. Shivago.
Oh, how ghastly.
Anyways, his assistant on the line.
His assistant?
He's got an assistant now.
I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
Oh, what's wrong with that, Verna?
It bothers me, Roy. No, please sit down. Keep going, Eddie.
Anyways, he put her on.
Her? His assistant is a her? something?
Simply means he was busy, preoccupied, he was working overtime.
It offends me, Roy, and I suspect it bothers a number of people here. When we delegated Dick to in Washington, I don't recall anything about hiring a female assistant.
Now, Verna.
We may be wrong. We can check the minutes. But I don't recall anything of the kind.
Well, you just needed a little bit of help.
It may mean that, Roy, and it may mean something very, very different. Now, Eddie, what did this so-called assistant say to you when she took you off hold?
She asked me what I wanted.
And you replied?
I said I had a few questions I needed answering to.
And she?
And she said she'd try her best to answer them.
See, what's wrong with that? The girl was doing her job.
Now, Roy. So, what did you say?
So I asked her point blank. I said, how come our country is continuously turning to a second-rate economic power? I said, how come we are degraded, impoverished, drug-ridden, hopelessly miseducated, underclass, with one of the highest infant mortality rates among the industrialized nation? I said, how come we continue to spend huge amounts of our national treasure, Roy, on totally unnecessary military armaments, while continuing exploiting the environment, perhaps for generations that follow us, perhaps irreversibly, for kingdom come?
And how did she respond to that?
Oh, she hemmed and howled, Roy.
I'll bet she did. Oh, that little bimbo.
Hey, now, Verna. Those were tough questions to answer.
Anyways, Roy, she says something else.
Oh, really? What else did she say?
She said, Roy, to tell Roy to keep those contributions coming.
She said that?
That's what she said, to keep those contributions coming.
Now, that also bothers me. Have you been sending money to Dick on the side?
Well, I mean, I've tried to see that he's had a... How do you say it?
Okay, Roy, let me make things a little clearer. Okay? No wonder why Dick isn't here. No wonder why he's up in Washington goofing off with some second-rate bimbo. The reason is because Roy has bought him off.
Hey, now wait a minute.
Honest.
And the reason why Roy has bought him off is because he wants to continue exploiting the poor and polluting the environment.
Just ignore it, Roy.
No. And the reason why he does such a thing is that he is motivated. No, he is consumed by simple, irresponsible greed.
Just change the subject. Move quietly on to another topic.
I can change the subject or move blithely on, but I'm going to answer this here and now.
Let's hear it, Roy. Let's hear it.
Do you know what I think?
No. What do you think, Roy?
You know what I think?
What do you think, Roy?
I don't even think you bothered to call Dick out there.
I will not have this.
I think you went out there and you thought of bad things to say about me. And
I
you know what else?
will not have
You know what
this.
else, Roy? Eddie? I think you pocketed Verna's quarter!
The only thing in my pocket tonight, Roy, is your fat ass!
No! I want the subject changed. Changed, do you mean changed? Nobody's interested in these personal remarks. And you obviously need a laxative. Now go.
Yeah, Eddie.
Hey, Roy, you're obviously having problems with your prostate again. So cut it out. It's not work. I've never seen a meeting degenerate like this. Grow up, both of you.
All right, Verna. But one more wisecrack from him and I'm leaving. I mean it.
Did you hear that, Eddie? Now it's up to you.
You know, Roy, in some ways, I respect you.
Good, Eddie.
And come to think of it, Roy, you've ran some pretty good meetings this winter.
He has, Eddie. That's a good point.
And although you're a little too caught up on the status quo, okay, or maybe you're a little too skeptical of change, that's your right, Roy. That's your privilege, and I respect you for it.
That's very well put, Eddie. Very good.
But, Roy,
Here comes. Out with it.
I don't think I can rest, Roy. I really don't think I can rest until I present it to this assembled multitude, your left ball.
Go apologize to that man.
No!
I said go!
I said no!
I want to see Roy sitting in his chair.
I want to see Roy flat on the floor!
Roy sat here all winter long. Wind, rain, snow. There sat
buying off Dick!
There! Dick ducked out. Roy stayed here. Here, Eddie, in this very chair. His seat is still warm from where he last sat. Feel, Eddie, feel it.
Thanks, but no thanks, Gurney.
Oh, and look, you made Roy so mad he left behind his briefcase. Look at this lovely old letter, personalized initials unobtrusively engraved in gold leaf. Heavy with homework. Homework he planned to do on our behalf, Eddie. Oh, and look at the wear and tear. Here's that mark where he splashed into a puddle rushing to one of our meetings. Oh, and here's that gash where he was attacked by knife-wielding muggers in the parking lot. Oh, Eddie, at least return his briefcase to him.
Well, let him come back and beg for it, Verna.
You can be so cruel. Oh, look, it breaks my heart. Look at all the work he's been planning to do for us, Eddie. Look at this. Proposals, budgets, meetings, plans. Look, his calendar with every single meeting date written in on it. Blank, of course, for the summer. And then carefully marked up all for September, itemizing every possible topic of discussion. Say what you want to, Eddie. You're not as hardworking as this, and you never will be.
I have a different style of approach, Verna!
Oh, and look, he even wrote notes to himself. Must do this. Ought to do that. You're mentioned in these notes, Eddie.
I am not, Verna.
You are. Remember to send Eddie a birthday card. Remember to buy Eddie a beer. Try to get Eddie a government grant.
Hang on, Verna. I feel bad enough as it is.
I know, but look at all of this. Look at...
What? No, you saw something in that briefcase, Verna.
Nothing, Eddie.
No, give me the briefcase, Verna.
No, Eddie.
No. Hand over the briefcase,
No,
Verna.
Eddie, this is my
Hand over the
property.
briefcase, Verna. Okay. Doors box. See here. Papers, calendars, applications for government grants. And aha. For Dick's eyes only. Whoa! Plans to turn America's democracy into an oligarchy. An oligarchy, Verna, is a government by the rich, for the rich, and dedicated to the proposition that they get even richer.
Oh, Lord.
Sure. It's all here, Verna, it's all here. Cut tax breaks for the upper income brackets. Sheltered retirement funds. Exorbitant salaries for the corporation executives. Cutbacks in the health care for the poor. Permits on exploiting the environment, Verna. Oh, God. And here at the end, it looks like Dick's pinched, ungenerous penmanship. Read it and weep, Verna.
Planted.
What?
Planted! Someone could have planted the folder in Roy's briefcase.
Oh, Verna.
I
come
mean
on.
it. Someone who hated Roy and the power structure he represents?
You're not accusing me, Verna.
Not necessarily. I'm simply saying that in his country, a man is innocent till proven guilty.
Then we shall have him convict himself.
I don't follow you, Eddie.
Yes. We'll have him convict himself in front of all these witnesses. He'll come back for that briefcase almost immediately. The very fact that he comes back for that briefcase will prove that he is guilty as sin.
And what if he doesn't call me tomorrow morning? Suppose he just calls me up and asks me to drop it by his office.
Well, then he's guilty. He's innocent, Verna. And I'll apologize to him personally.
So we just wait?
Oh, yes. We wait. We wait, Verna. We wait as he drives home in his gas-guzzling, space-consuming stretch limousine, peering furtively out the back-tinted window, making guilty and intrusive calls on his mobile telephone. We wait as he pulls into the driveway of his exclusive, restricted, privately protected neighborhood, and pulls into the driveway of his insultingly ostentatious home. We wait as he gets out, deactivates his burglar alarm system, sidles into his customized kitchen to stuff his face in a late-night snack of fat and unnatural food. We wait as he lumbers into his over-decorated den, farts, and then settles into his overstuffed chair to vicariously identify with a few minutes of violent commercial television. There he sits, festering, stewing, wallowing in his own depraved thoughts. Then suddenly he stiffens. His beady little eyes turn to slits, his pricky little ears prick to attention. He remembers! He remembers! He remembers! He forgot that briefcase! With a sickening squeal of anger, he'll come scrambling back here as fast as woollen clothes can handle it, and we'll be waiting!
That last speech was unnecessary, Eddie.
Unnecessary or not, baby, I made it. I'm gonna make a lot more of them to his fat face. Oh, Verna, this is exhilarating. It's as if we've opened the door to a room that's been closed for years. It's as if we stepped back into a cave when we knew who we were. Oh, Verna. Oh, Verna. Let Roy come home. Come home, Roy. I'm gonna eat you for breakfast.
I loved him, Eddie.
What?
I loved him.
Loved Roy.
It's hard to admit, particularly in public. But since this looks like it's going to be our last meeting, I think it's time to tell all. Roy and I had a thing going last spring. After these meetings, we drive out into the countryside. We made love. Under the harvest moon, amongst the squash and pumpkins.
You made love. You made love with Roy.
Yes, Eddie?
Oh, I think I'm going to be sick, Verna.
Let me tell you something else, Eddie. Even when Roy and I were both young, we'd still drive out into the cornfields and, well...
You made love, but this whole time, it's you, Verna. And secretly this whole time, ever since winter, after Groundhog's Day, I secretly wished that you and I could go out to the cornfields and...
I can tell you something. Before, when Roy and I were young, you don't know this, but he sired you in a newly planted cornfield.
Are you saying, Verna, that... Are you saying that Roy's my father?
If you want to put it that way.
Wait, hold on. So, you're saying that you're my...
If you want to pin things down.
I always thought my parents were my parents, Verna!
Well, they're not.
I didn't know that.
Nor does Roy, but he always liked you, Eddie. Dick used to irritate him with all his greed and ambition, but Roy always spoke of you fondly.
Are you saying that Dick is my... You're saying Dick is my brother? Out of you! Roy! Roy!
I'm saying a lot of things, Eddie. I'm saying that Roy had a special feeling for you, and he'd look into your passage into puberty with pride and affection. Gosh! Yes, you can say that now when the poor man is thrashing around his house
Also very complicated, Verna. So very complicated. I wish I could take you on the cornfield, but...
We can. We will.
No, but Verna, it makes it all so very complicated. So very complicated.
That's just what I'm saying, Eddie. I'm trying to get you, well, to get all of us to think about these things. There's so much involved. Everything goes way, way, way back.
I'm beginning to realize all this, Verna. Yes.
I hope so, Eddie, because now I'm going to give you something very difficult to do. I have sat here all winter long. I have tried to be an agreeable, accommodating woman. I have tried every trick in the book. I've used every device. But it's not working anymore, Eddie. Things grow old. People age. Institutions get older. We simply don't meet anymore. You and Roy and I. We've got to get back to the essentials. We've got to make a clean, fresh start. And you've got to do something about Eddie. Aha! Use it on Roy, Eddie. Aim for the heart. Do it simply, cleanly. Nothing primitive, please.
Can't kill my own father, Verna.
Eddie, you've got to. I think I hear Roy stretch limousine coming up the driveway. Now, please, spread your wings and fly.
Try, Verna.
I forgot my briefcase.
Yes.
That's it. Right there.
Yeah?
Well, I'll just pick it up then. All right. Where's Verna?
Taking a bath, Roy.
Taking a bath.
Trying to, Roy.
Well, the meeting is, breaking up then.
I'm afraid so, yes.
Good. This, briefcase seems a little lighter somehow.
Oh, yes?
Just a tad, or maybe I'm just stronger.
I doubt that, Roy.
Unless everything's not in here.
Why don't you just go look and see?
All right.
Okay. Okay. Looking for this, Roy?
These aren't my papers.
Roy!
This isn't even my folder.
You came back for that folder, Roy.
No, I came back to clear my good name.
You said yourself that briefcase felt lighter, Roy.
Well, that was just a ploy.
A ploy, Roy.
An excuse to stay around and assault to my pride. I wanted to rejoin the group.
I don't believe that, Roy.
Well, where's Verna?
She's irrelevant to the discussion, Roy.
But I want Verna.
She can't hear you, Roy.
Verna?
The splashing of water, Roy, that's all she can
Verna, a
hear.
little help here.
Splash, splash, Roy.
Well, I'll just go and find her then, I suppose.
She gave me this. Roy?
She gave you that. But that's a It's a family gun. She had no right to give you that unless you're my own flesh and blood.
Hello, Pop.
Hey, kid. Not gonna kill your old man, are ya? Are ya?
Afraid I have to, Roy.
But I'm your pal from way back when.
Don't make it tough for me, Dad.
Wanna make some model airplanes? I'll take you out in the back, hit you some grounders with the fungo bat. Take you to the woods, you can shoot your first bear, or... Oh, Dad. Hey, we can go out on the town, kid. Just you and me. Listen to some tunes, have a couple beers, get loaded. And then, we'll give Verna a ring. Right, kid? You, me, and Verna. Just the three of us. Happy again.
It's too late for that, Roy. You should have thought of that about a long time ago.
Well, suppose I plead Nolo. We make some sort of compromise and you assign me some community service.
Roy, I suppose if this was a closed session, you and I could just sit and talk things out. But since this is an open meeting, Roy, I suppose that everyone in this room expects and hopes that I blow your brains out!
But why?
Because you have systematically betrayed the group, Roy, and for the republic for which it stands. Now kneel and pray to the deity of your choice.
Quavo, aha, sic semper liberales.
Now is there a question whether he's guilty or not? It's crazy.
Gabat impor, illegitimus corumbadum.
I can't do it!
You can't?
Do it! Oh my God! Is this what it comes down to? The son killing the father while the mother waits off stage? Are we all caught in some grotesque Freudian parody? And is it democratic the sum of a simple set of petty patricides commencing at the local level? How horrible of a thought to contemplate. What a grim charade! How can I pull this trigger? Except upon myself.
Well, then I win.
Nobody wins, Roy. It's an absurd, meaningless world.
Hey, kid, go see a psychiatrist. Don't send me the bill either. Get a real job. Start at the bottom. Stay there for all I care. And now for you people. No more meetings, no more gatherings in groups larger than 3. No littering, no loitering, no anything. For 17 days, I'm in charge, I make the rules. I decide who rides first class, who gets into Harvard, and who gets a good review in the New York Times.
That does it, Roy! It is an absurd, meaningless world, but perhaps I can find some meaning in this arbitrary act. I'm lost in sober contemplation and regret.
Now, don't be silly.
I've killed Roy, Verna!
Nonsense. I replaced the revolver. I don't believe in the use of real bullets on stage.
But how?
Perhaps I'd better explain.
Perhaps you better, Verna.
First of all, I shot Roy.
You?
Yes, I took a beat on him from off in the wings. See that smoking gun leaning against the radiator? I used that. But I didn't kill him, Eddie. I shot him with one of those tranquilizing darts they use on the rhinoceri and the Kenyan preserves. Oh, I got him in the right buttock. He'll be fine, just a little sore afterwards. Oh, look. He's coming around.
I'm a little confused, Verna. I'm going to need a little more explanation than that.
Here's what happened. While I was up there taking a bath, Dick called a telephone from Washington and wanted to know what was going on. I told him what we'd accomplished so far. He felt the meeting was getting out of hand, so he suggested neutralizing Roy. He had the tranquilizing dart sent over by a local chapter of the
So Dick was behind all this!
Dick was behind all this. He felt these meetings are getting out of hand. We never accomplished anything. Enough is enough, Dick said.
Beginning to feel a little manipulated, Verna. A little manipulated.
I'm sure you do.
Manipulated!
But imagine how Roy must feel. Roy, honey, look what I have for you here. Look, honey, it's a plane ticket to Florida. Go find yourself a nice condo down there on some backwater and live happily ever after. Good luck, sweetheart. Ticket?
I suppose that Dick arranged for that plane ticket as well, Verna.
No, I arranged for the plane ticket. But Dick said he'd reimburse me with taxpayers' money.
That irritates me too, Verna.
Oh, now, Dick said he was perfectly willing to do favors like this for But in exchange, he'd hope we give up these open meetings and save the responsibilities of government to elected officials like himself. Oh.
I feel a new sympathy for Roy here. As he's been jerked around as he's been by Dick. And this sympathy for you, Verna, as you can need putty in Dick's hands.
You may have a point.
No, these meetings may be confused. These meetings may be irrelevant. They may lead us in strange directions. But it is vital that we take steps to preserve their viability.
Well, they do help us to let off some steam, don't they?
I wanna go Florida.
Okay, old friend, you go to Florida. Use some water. Come on. Drink some water. Okay. Looks like this is just a generation. It's like a battle my generation will have to take on by itself.
Roy, sweetheart, there's a taxi waiting for you off. And don't flirt with flight attendants. Oh, good luck, sweetheart.
Here.
Now, Eddie, you mentioned something about taking steps.
I plan on taking steps by going to Washington and telling Dick face to face that democracy starts and ends at a grassroots level.
Oh, Eddie, don't go to Washington. I'm scared.
Why, are you afraid that Dick will have me killed?
No, I'm afraid you'll become just like him.
That'll never happen, Verna. That's impossible.
After all, it might. You're his brother.
I found out tonight, Verna, that every man is my brother. And every woman, too.
Maybe so, but that kind of thinking can turn you into a lousy lover.
Oh, Verna, that's just a risk I'm going to have to take. I've got to go. Goodbye for now.
Well, that's that. All told, I think this has been a very successful meeting. We'll see you all in the fall. Meanwhile, if anyone's thinking about getting into those cornfields sometimes, please see me afterwards. I'm beginning to think we could use some new blood around here.